So, song we're going to go over now is Extreme, one I usually like to finish off the set with. Your part mostly is surrounding. Sorry. Your part is mostly surrounding this looped kind of riff. It starts with an octave on the E, 7th fret, 9th, an E on the A string, and then around this string, around the G string and the D string, you're kind of doing this triangle. So going 9, 10, 9, 10 on the D string, 9, 10 again. Combining it with the other octave, here we go. So this kind of like is a constant kind of loop that goes through when I'm just playing a fat just E minor, going, just letting that ring out and singing over the top, and the drum part over the top. So again, octave, now on the track it might sound different just because we're putting a bit of a whammy pedal in there on that. If you've got one, be great to practice with. If not, doesn't matter really. I think live it still will be kicking with the. Now you'll hear the chords go like this. So I stick on E minor for quite a bit. And then we go we're working in semitones here on a power chord. Power chords in question start on the D string power chord. So therefore you've got the D, G, which is a standard power chord. But then your pinky, because of the B string being tuned up a little bit, you've got to put your pinky the next fret up. So that's a normal power chord. Sounds a bit weird. There's the power chord starting on the D. So we start on the 5th fret of the D, go down 1, and then down again, and then back up to here. So go again. So it's the D power chord on the 5th fret, 4th fret, 3rd fret, 5th fret, 3rd fret, back into the E. So you will be playing like this. Sorry, try again. Ready for the power chords? Back into the. Okay, there's a couple of variations of that riff in particular, so when we're coming out of the intro, which is that whole thing with and without the vocals, you sort of have a build up where it goes like this. You're just messing around now on the octave and the G string, so building up, and then. Okay, let's go over it again. Okay, and then that goes into the first verse where the riff isn't being played. This isn't being played for textural purposes, but I still want to hear the. When it's necessary, because then the second verse, you're coming in back in with the. Okay. Yeah, that's mostly what happens in the verse. The first one, there is no da 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 da. Verse 2, there is. Then we go into, there isn't really a chorus in this song apart from me going yeah, 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 all that kind of stuff. Next, we get to the sort of middle section, the instrumental part. Goes through quite a few things. So first off, it's a riff like this. So that's what I play. Pretty much just playing the octave. So starting on the 9th fret of the G string, you're tapping down on the 10, 9, and then your 10th fret on the D string. And then every third time that you play that, you then slide up to the 12th fret. So, like combining the two riffs will sound like this. Cool, so that's the first part of the breakdown combined with my... Feel free to throw in some pinch harmonics in there just to make it sound a bit more nitty gritty. Next. Okay, that's the kind of bendy solo-y type thing. So, you blues bend on the 14th fret of the G string, 12th fret of the B, so we're just bending it up to the B. Okay, then you put your pinky on the 15th fret of the E, and you sort of bend around, so you sort of... One, two, three, 1, 2, 3, da 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 da. Okay, then you bring it down. So stop the bend, and then you bring your pinky back up to the back down to the 14th fret, and then but it's still the same pattern. And then you go back up, bending, with your pinky going up to the 15th. And then back down to the 14th with the pinky and take the bend down. You do this a couple of times, sounds a bit like this. You also have some delay on it. Then you move over to the D string, 14th fret of the D string. So the basic, this is more of like a rhythmic solo more than an actual like complicated note solo kind of thing. So there's a bit of rhythm which goes a bit like this. Now you're going to first play that on the 14th fret, then you're going to move up to the 16th fret, move down to the 12th fret, all on the D string. So 14, 16, 12, with the rhythm being slow it down. With all the changing of the notes, it will sound like this. And again. And again. And then you go straight back into the bends. So you only do that once, and then you go into the one last time. Okay. So will sound something like this. Now, this is where I like to put my guitar behind my head, because it's sort of a breakdown where the bass is just going. So really fat bass, really fuzzy, and over the top, you're just kind of bending. So first bend. So we start off with the bend. Just hold that. Then we bring it back down. 14, 12, 14, bend. And then we move over to the D string, 14th of the D string, up to the 15th, 14th, 15th. Make sure that is a very light bend. You're just literally going up a semitone. If you haven't realised, I quite like moving in semitones, especially when you're moving up so much on that one, so it hints at other kind of other key signatures and all that kind of stuff. Then after the solo, so that you might be able to try and play behind your head, because that's what I do when I play it live, and it always gets a cheer. Next, it's just a difference on the riff of the main riff. So this gets us out of the breakdown section into the normal riff, into the normal verse and sort of stuff again. The drums are doing a samba beat. They're going dum bedum det det bedum bet boom bedum bet budet bedum bet boom de bet budet boom de boom bedum bet budet boom de. And and then you will be doing this. So instead of going over to the D string, you're staying on the G string, sliding up to the 12th fret. Slide. Try and make it so that's a slide up and a slide down instead of a. Doesn't sound quite as good, so. And you just keep going with that. And then a slight bend up when we're towards the end of that build-up section. Just a slight bend up, and then we go back into the. And then straight back into the main riff. And then verse 3 is the same as verse 2 with the structure with the da 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 da, and then down there I'm changing it up by just going crazy on an E minor up on the 12th fret by going to change up that section. Finish off in the outro. Just a bit of a noise kind of jumble. You go hit. It sounds a bit like this. You hit the bottom E, and then you're doing the bend again of the up on the 12th, and then your pinky on the 15th. So you do that 3 times, and then you slide the 4th time. You're bending on the 10th and the 12th fret, and then your pinky's on the 14th fret. So it sounds something like this. Okay, so you do that. The 14th bend you only do once, because to finish off we do this. Which is, you're on the 15th fret of the D string, pull off, and there's the finger on the 14th, and then you move your finger back over to the A string. 2 hits of that, and then a fat E. And you let it ring. Combine it together with sounds like this. And the 2, I think, no, I'll be going like. Okay, it's a big finish, quite a big finish, just a lot of noise. Let's go over that, just show you that bend part again. Now, I don't want you trying to think like I have to be very accurate with this one. A lot of my playing is quite messy, but let's say with a bend, I then put my middle finger over the muting the other string so I can go pop up like that, and it doesn't sound like out of tone in A tone. Cool, that's the end of the piece.